Good morning. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. You'll also find me at Harmony on High Street in Campbelltown, Tasmania. So welcome to my video today. I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for this week ahead as we transition into a new month, the new month of July. So I'm pulling cards from Monday the 30th of June through till Sunday the 6th of July 2025. So welcome. I want to send out a big extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you to those of you who support me through our gallery at Harmony on High Street. I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Monday the 30th of June, and the time is 8:54 a.m. Welcome. Hi, Shelley. Lovely to see you. So if you're new to watching, what I'm going to be doing is using my oracle cards here. These are oracle cards that I illustrated and created. We have the Speed of Light oracle cards combined with my Animal Kingdom oracle. So I'll be using this combined deck of 110 cards to find the best cards that the majority of us need for this week ahead. I'm not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone who's open to it anyway. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared supports you at this time. I recommend that you take on board what feels right, what does resonate, and what does fit into your life easily, and let the rest go, and let's see what happens. It's hard to know exactly how things are going to fit until we go through our week itself. So I like to check in around midweek on Thursday or Friday just to see how things are flowing and to get my bearings. So let's see what we've got here. Hi Margarita, welcome. And Sarah is here from Canada. Welcome, Sarah. So I'm looking for the best cards that the majority of us need for this week ahead. Monday the 30th of June through till Sunday the 6th actually of July. The 6th of July. So the best cards for this week for the majority of us are these. I'm going to lay them face down here next to me, so just bear with me a moment. Okay, I've got some beautiful winter sun. It's like -2 outside and a very heavy frost. And we've got this beautiful sunshine. It's like winter sun. So it's lovely. So I'm going to turn the cards over one at a time. They're not going to be for every day. That's just the flow of the week and what I'm feeling. So we're going to start with this card for Monday the 30th of June. It's a Speed of Light oracle card. And we have a Gathering, card 53. It says helping, ready, leader, and meeting. So if you've got a meeting on Monday, this is certainly highlighting that. This is the gathering together of people. So it could be the gathering that's actually happening on Monday, or the gathering that we're preparing for in the future, in the days or weeks to come, that we are preparing for or organising around Monday. There's this sense of coming together, that's a unity, a togetherness, a sense of community within this particular card as well. We're coming together, we're joining together for a common purpose or a common reason or a common goal or for some common incentive. So we are ready to step forward into this gathering, to join together with other people, and to put our insecurities aside, our personal insecurities, our self-doubts, our fear of being hurt again or rejected again, and step forward as confidently as we can into this group that's gathering together. Let's come together and be a part of something. It could be a part of something physical in a physical location, or it could be part of something online. It could be a family coming together again. It could be friendships or in the workplace. But there is this sense of coming together instead of feeling like we're being pulled apart. So coming together, the opposite of being isolated or separated. So this is a really nice energy, and I've already been feeling something similar to that this morning, which I find very interesting that card's come up. So we're transitioning now to July. This is for Tuesday the 1st of July, and it's also a Speed of Light Oracle card, and it's the Unicorn. The Unicorn's card 50, and it says psychic gifts, spiritual intuition, and trust. So this is very much reminding us to trust our intuition, trust our instincts, trust the decisions that we make, trust in the unfolding of the universe, trust in the unfolding of things, we could say, trust that we cross paths with the right person at the right time. So there is this deep sense of personal trust that wants to come in with the Unicorn, as we've been encouraged to, again, put our insecurities, our self-doubt aside, and to step up in more confidence in ourselves, in our skin, especially these first couple of days of this week. So to put the insecurities and the self-doubt aside also means that we step into this, hopefully our ability to trust in ourselves. When we trust in ourselves, it brings forth a sense of confidence. So if we're not trusting in ourselves and we're feeling hesitant about being in this group or hesitant about saying something, then we're holding back, and when we're holding back, we're not being confident. Now, being confident doesn't mean that we want to or need to control everything and everyone. This doesn't tend to work very well in a group situation, is if we become overly dominant. I mean, we know what it's like to be around people who are overly dominant, who try and micromanage everything. It's not a nice, pleasant place to be in regards to working with other people. So to step into a group situation, or to step into some type of gathering or meeting, or just to network more with other people, we need to have a sense of confidence, and we need to be able to trust in ourselves and drop our insecurities at the door. But at the same time, we need to be able to recognise when we're trying to control too much, and kind of step back, but also be confident at the same time, if possible, without being domineering. So this is about trusting in our instincts, trusting in ourselves. It does feel like it brings with it a sense of confidence in ourselves. This also has a spiritual element to it. So we might be looking, especially around Tuesday, at our own spiritual tools and the things that we like to do to connect with ourselves on those spiritual levels. So whatever you do to honour your spirituality, this might be at the forefront for some of us around Tuesday, or as we start the new month. How do you honour your spirituality? How do you practice it? How does it become a part of your life? So that's for Tuesday. Now we'll go Wednesday, the 2nd of July. We've got Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and we've got the Masked Owl. And it reminds us to be optimistic. This is card 49. Be optimistic. Now is not the time to give up, but to stay hopeful and optimistic that things are going to work out okay. To trust that things are going to work out okay. Trust that things are unfolding as they need to, and trust that we do what needs to be done as the unfolding unfolds. So let's stay optimistic, especially around the middle of the week. Let's not give up. Let's keep going. That's a simple, easy message for Wednesday. Thursday the 3rd of July. We have Speed of Light Oracle card, and we've got the support card, card 35. It says comfort, loved ones, and reassurance. This is a support card, so this would only come up if we're feeling alone or unsupported. So it's coming up as a reminder to us around that middle of the week that we are loved, we are supported, and that it's up to us to reassure ourselves. So if we're waiting on other people to reassure us that we're something amazing, which hopefully we're not doing, but if we're waiting for other people to thank us, or we're waiting for others to reassure us or to support us in some way, that's sort of us giving our power away to these external things that we're waiting on. Why can't we step up and become our best supporter? Why can't we start or continue to or increase our ability to reassure ourselves that we're on track, so that we can again drop those insecurities, because if we're not feeling supported or loved or that we're appreciated, then we're going to be feeling insecure because we're waiting for other people to thank us or support us or comfort us. So why can't we step up and be that support that we're looking for? Whatever we're waiting for from others, why can't we step up and offer that to ourselves? Why can't we reassure ourselves that everything's going to be okay, that we're on track, or that this change that we're going through is going to work out okay, and that we do what we need to do as we move through the unfolding of things, as we trust in the universe and trust in divine timing or perfect timing. So we are supported. Our loved ones in spirit are coming in close to us as well around Thursday or around the middle of the week. So coming in around and comforting us and supporting us and reminding us that we're not alone. So, okay, let's go to Friday and then we'll do the weekend as one card. So Friday the 4th of July, we've got Speed of Light Oracle card and we've got Boundaries. Card 1 for Friday, Boundaries. It says truth, protection, courage and bravery. So this is a reminder. Well, this is interesting because this, as I drew this feels like Archangel Michael and his legion. So there's all these people around, and that reminds me of this first card, all these people here, all these faces here in our hearts, all these people coming together. So we've got a similar feeling here again of this congregation of people, this coming together with other people. And I really feel this is something that sort of feels like it's in the air at the moment, is this sense of community, this sense of networking, this sense of coming together with others. So we've spent way too long rejecting each other, which means that we're most likely rejecting ourselves. So if we can accept and work together with other people and figure out the challenges and the rewards of that, then that's got to mean that we improve ourselves, we improve our ability to relate and connect with other people. So with that aside, this card's about boundaries and making sure that we have boundaries up. Even when we are working with other people, we need boundaries. If we let people into everything, then it usually doesn't, or typically doesn't end particularly well. So even when we work with other people, we still need boundaries up. We still need self-control. We still need to work together in some way. So the boundaries feel strong, especially as we head towards the weekend. We may find that we need to notice where our boundaries are a bit weakened or a bit lacking, and step up and reinforce our boundaries as needed. Now this requires awareness, so self-awareness and our awareness of who's playing out or what's playing out around us and the relationship dynamics around us, so that we can enforce some things that aren't quite right and set some rules into place, some rules for us, that some lines that we won't allow to be crossed, if you like. So boundaries strong, truth is strong, and strength is strong as we move towards the weekend. And then the weekend, Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th of July, Animal Kingdom Oracle card. Oh, we've got the Water Dragon, card 24. And the Water Dragon is, says here, diving into new depths. So the dragons are the most powerful cards in the deck. So out of 110 cards, we have 5 elemental dragons. And this is one of them. So this is showing a potentially powerful weekend, a powerful weekend to dive deeply into ourselves, into our relationships, into life, into the things that we're questioning, the things that we're curious about. Let's dive deeper into those. What does that mean? It's like, instead of skimming on the surface, instead of looking at things at face value, let's ask some deeper questions. Let's consider and contemplate this situation deeper. Let's look for meaning. Let's look for purpose in this particular situation. Let's ask deep questions that we can then feel for the answers. Let's meditate on these situations. Let's talk with others about it and just get a whole more broader viewpoint of the situation. So something's calling us deeper, and it's most likely to do with life, which then is most likely to do with ourselves, like pulling us deeper into ourselves to understand who we are, understand more about life, our reasons for doing things, or the why we feel like we're drawn to this but dislike that. Just all these ins and outs, complications in some ways, getting to know these parts of ourselves so we can understand ourselves better. When we can understand ourselves better, we can understand others better. So it's a powerful, deep thing, and we're being called deeper, deeper into the watery realm, deeper into the mysterious, deeper into the unknown. So this takes thought, conversation, it's a curiosity that takes us below the superficial and below skimming the surface. It is true, it is deep, it is dark, it is meaningful. We're looking for purpose, we're looking for answers, we're looking for understanding. So they're the deep sort of meanings of the dragon, the water dragon, that pulls us deeper down into life, deeper into our relationships, deeper into our relationship with ourselves. So it's quite exciting. And as you could see and probably feel, I love depth. Depth is one of my big things in life, that I want to understand things. I want to understand myself, my relationships of all kinds. I want to understand my life as deeply as I can. So I have to ask myself questions. I have to be willing to contemplate and converse and think things through. I have to be willing to explore things that are drawing my attention at the time. And I do that a lot through my art as well. So there are our cards for this week. I am going to pull a theme card in just a moment. But before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. If you'd like to learn more about my cards, if you would like to start working with them yourself, you can learn more about them and order them on my website. It's the only place you'll find them, or at our gallery at Harmony on High Street. But these are sold separately, the Speed of Light Oracle and the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. You can work with them separately or combine them together if you want to have more fun with the cards. So I've got some online classes coming up, online events. We have our next card reading club coming up in, I think, the week after, around the 10th or the 11th of July, whichever Thursday is. And then our next online art class is on the Friday, I think it's the 12th actually, or the 13th, Friday the 13th. Rings a bell. Anyway, whatever day Friday is over there, in the next week or so, we're going through the Rite of Passage series, and we're looking at number 4 in our theme, which is the warrior. So we're looking at the masculine version of the mother, which we could say the father, but the warrior, that sort of energy. So it's, I think, going to be very interesting. If you're interested in that, you can learn more about those on my website. I've also got loads of events coming up here in Tasmania all the time. I've got heaps coming up in July, so have a look on my ceramics website, which is leannepeters.com, or have a look at Harmony on High Street on Facebook, Harmony on High Street. So let's look for the best theme cards. The theme card will help bring this whole week together. It feels to be pretty interesting week. I think there's potential for working with other people, dropping our insecurities this week, coming together more purposefully and more in a more meaningful way with other people, and a potentially nice deep weekend if we're willing to dive in deeply. So the best theme card for the majority of us for the 30th of June till the 6th of July 2025 is this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle. Oh, we have the Shadow, shape-shifting card. Interesting. This is card 36, Shadow. And it says shape-shifting, hidden, release, and raven. So first of all, I want to explore that word hidden. Things that are hidden, things that we don't know about, things that are out of view. These are things that are under the surface. Everything that's on the surface we know about. So when I was talking about the dragon and dropping below the superficial, below the surface, the hidden is what we find under there. And sometimes it's scary because under there we'll find our fear, but it's under there, under the superficial, under the surface, that we can confront our fear, confront our shadow, confront what's hidden, confront what we've been hiding, and confront those things about us so we can bring them into the light. And that's what this card's about. It's about looking at the shadow, looking at the darkness, looking at what's hidden, looking at what's deep, looking at our insecurities, our self-doubt, and those fears that we perhaps have, and shining light on these. And when we shine light on these things, they no longer are hidden. They are no longer in the shadows. They are no longer in the dark. When we look at these and we face them, we bring light to them. So we bring them in some ways up to the surface because we shine a light. They move from the unknown to the known, from the invisible to the visible. So this theme card's very interesting for our week, and I feel like there's potential here for us to really face ourselves, to face our fear, to face those challenges that we've been avoiding in our life, so that we can deepen our experience with life and deeper our understanding of life, ourselves, and our relationships. So things want to shift through. Even though this is a shadow energy, it's a shape-shifting energy. So it shows that things want to shift, things want to move, and it's going to be up to us to face and confront those hidden parts, to go down deeper, dive down deeper into ourselves, to bring the light out into the bring the light into the darkness. So release may be required for some of us, especially if we've been avoiding our fear or avoiding those dark things for some time. We may it takes courage to confront the fear. In fact, I think our best antidote to fear is courage. That I don't find it necessarily, depending on the situation, that helpful to let go of fear. Instead of letting go of fear, it doesn't seem to work to me with fear that well. I want to build my courage. If I'm feeling fear, it's like, okay, I feel the fear, so I need to build my courage and strength so that it's louder than the fear I feel, so that I have the courage to face the fear. So when I feel fear and I'm feeling small because the fear's loud and looming and heavy and dark, I can't really let it go. The fear's trying to stop me from doing something. So instead of letting go almost feels like it gives in to the fear. So if I feel the fear and it's at this level and I'm feeling low and unable to confront it, then I need to build my courage so it's louder than the fear, so then I can push through the fear and see what's on the other side. To me, I think fear is more of a veil than something I need to let go of. So if it's a veil, I need to be stronger, to be able to move through, braver, more courageous, more confident, trusting in myself, to be able to lift higher than the fear with my strength and step forward through it, like stepping through a veil. But there might be some other things that we need to release, some other things of the past, some wounds, some insecurities. We can certainly release those, especially if they're holding us back. So I feel like this could be a really big personal week this week. Have a good one. Thanks for connecting. Enjoy your transition over into July. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Take care of yourself. And goodbye for now.